Okay, we are live, and you'll have to forgive me. I'm still learning to use this StreamYard thing again. It seems like it's working. Just let me know if you can hear me and see me while I get my glasses. Good morning. Well, it is morning here in Norway. I've been up for a few hours already. Um, I am uh, working every morning. I'm a novelist, so this is just my hobby, you could say. Let's get into the matter. It's going to be a bit of a rant, this one. I can feel it. But first of all, let me just check. Yes. Let's see here. You'll have to forgive me on this. This one, I'm just learning to use this the StreamYard. Okay, I'll do like this. Okay, here it is. Yep. Okay. So, what can we say about influencers? Influencers. Yeah, that's what, if you ask young people, well, especially young girls, I guess, a lot of them, they want to become influencers on social media. TikTok influencers, Instagram model, and so on and so on. I'm going to mention someone here who is a Norwegian influencer, and she is being hailed as the biggest influencer in Norway, which means that she has actually almost as many followers as I have on my main channel. They don't mention me, but that's, I guess, beside the point here. Yeah, so she has a large following of about 500,000 people. And she posted a photo of herself. Hold on, I'll get rid of this StreamYard image. Doesn't work at all. Sorry. Yeah, so she posted an image of herself on Instagram, I think it was, with a good friend, another influencer. These are both young women, and it said something. Some said like, sometimes it's awesome, or it's fantastic to just don't care when you don't care about anything, or just I can't translate it. Really, it was in Norwegian, but hold on. So they were standing there smiling to the camera and all that. The problem, at least the way I see it, is that her little friend was holding a little plastic bag, like a tiny plastic bag, with some white powder in it. Now that's strange, isn't it? So strange. Now I've I've never seen illegal substances myself, but I've seen the movies, detective movies and well, TV series and movies and so on. And I don't think that was vitamins. I don't think that was sugar for a cake. No, I don't think so. And then she deleted the photo from Instagram, but by then it was, of course, too late. Now she is also employed by the Norwegian state TV propaganda channel NRK, who came to and they came to her defense. And yeah, so but it doesn't matter who this is. There are many people like that, and the attitude seems to be that, oh, we can all make mistakes and we need to be forgiven. No, no, no. That's not how it works. So let's assume that what she had, the little friend there had in her little plastic bag, was narcotics. Okay. Basically, you're then supporting murder, extortion, prostitution. It's a industry that has no morals, and they use especially poor people in poor countries. Like, I mean, we all know this. It is very, very cruel. It is very cruel. And if you are using that, you're supporting that industry. It's that simple. And we are supposed to just look another way, or she was holding it for Jake, holding it for a friend, Jake. Yeah, well, we're supposed to forgive and forget. And if we can't forget, then it's stunning and brave. It's so stunning and brave because she's having it. It's so difficult to be a young woman in this society. It's the patriarchy, isn't it? Or it's there is always something that is not their fault making them do this. Okay, so and this is what disgusts me. These people, they behave like that, and they live a lifestyle as very privileged people, and they don't give a fuck about other people in general. They are narcissists, and that disgusts me. Now, if you had someone who had made these mistakes, um, got out of it, or working to get out of it, honestly working to get out of the addiction and so on, and who said that, well, yes, I did those mistakes, I made those mistakes, and that was foolish. I urge everyone not to make the same mistakes. That's great. Well, it's not great, but it's completely different, right? But these people are shameless, and they expect everyone to approve of their lifestyle. Well, I've got news for you people. We don't. And you disgust us. That you disgust us. It's like there is nothing these people can say and do that will make me give them any attention apart from attention that is negative, like I'm doing now. So, just an example there. Now, let's take a look here. And by the way, there are always, whenever I talk about these things, there are always the people with a more liberal or libertarian worldview. Um, and let's see here. I have two windows up here, and there's a delay. I hope there's not a delay for you guys. I need to sort this out. I'm sorry, but okay. Yeah, completely forgot my line of thought. My train of thought there. um, Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I am sorry. Um, yeah. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah. I'll have to make do with this. There's a delay in the comments that I see now for some reason. Okay. Now, so that was just one example, and there are so many of these examples. Movie stars, Hollywood celebrities, they all seem to just do as they like. They seem to have very little self-discipline, and you can see this because when these movie stars, the male ones, and they get a part in an action movie, and then in 3 months' time they put on 20 kilos of muscle, and it's all wonderful. It's all, oh, they're so great. No, no, they're just using steroids. You know, that's another example. So it's all fake, and it's all about these people being narcissists. And I'm sure that they spend a lot of time in front of the mirror, looking at themselves, and that's not really something that you should do as a grown-up person. Oh, I guess women. It's a little bit different with women, I guess, but it's there needs to be. I mean, there needs to be some kind of decency applied here. And when it's not, clearly not, like in this case, people should just look away. And by that I mean they shouldn't give them attention, except negative attention. So, uh, and of course, now they will follow up, I guess, with even more interviews with this one influencer. Oh, she was addicted to painkillers. No, not painkillers. She was addicted to um, these pills that people get when they're nervous all the time, and all that. Oh, it was so hard. Life is so difficult. It's so hard. It's so difficult to be one of the most privileged people in the history of mankind in one of the richest countries on the planet. It's so difficult. And it's so stunning and brave when you sit there being interviewed by a rotund influencer with a nose ring, and it's, oh, they all nod, and they, oh, it's so difficult. And if I had kid watching that shit, sorry, little bit of a curse word there. Um, I'm sure that would have been talking about everything that made it life so difficult, and I guess in general it's people like myself, since I'm a middle-aged. What they're saying, middle-aged? No, white, straight white male. Yeah, and also I'm middle-aged and quite wealthy, so that's bad as well, I guess. So, you know, I'm to blame. Yeah, I am to blame for the problems that these people have. Yeah, so basically, yeah, it's my fault. Okay. So now, role models, role models. Um, Especially young people, they need role models. And the thing is, there are lots of role models around. It shouldn't be difficult to find. It's just that mainstream media, among all the other nonsensical things that they do, they push these unhealthy role models. Now, I'm not up to date on celebrities. I don't care about celebrities, never have, so I couldn't mention any names here. Um, but it seems like they are pushing very unhealthy role models, negative role models, which is horrible. Um, and I mean, if you go to sports, it's not difficult. It is not difficult at all to find positive role models there. Um, but it seems like they're not getting the attention, are they? And if you go to the arts, it's not difficult to find positive role models there. Um, I myself, as a novelist, I've several times up through the years, I've encountered this attitude that since I'm a novelist, I have this lifestyle that involves me getting drunk all the time and sitting at a cafe, being very you know uh, artistic there, sitting there by myself at a cafe. No, that's not how it works. It's a craft. It's hard work. And you need actually to have a healthy lifestyle if you're going to write book after book after book. You need to take care of yourself and work out and eat real food and so on and so on. But again, they're pushing these unhealthy role models. They're pushing these, and especially young girls. No, both young girls and young and boys, young people in general. They see images on Instagram and I guess that spy app, TikTok. That those images are not real. In general, they're not real. They've been they use filters. It's not real. These people, and I've met several of them, they don't look like that. They are fatter and shorter, and their skin is not that nice in general. And some of them live an unhealthy lifestyle, and you can see that they live an unhealthy lifestyle. Their skin is, or very often they have acne, and and they are fatter than it appears in their Instagram images. But people, they don't get that. They know that they are using filters, but it's like they forget that there are filters applied here. So the Liver King, he was a proper joke. Who in the right mind could not see that he was on drugs? I mean, but there are lots of naive people around. So, okay, I had my little rant there. Please note the. Can you see? Can you see the banner or the ticker on below me on the screen? Did that appear? Let me know. Um, if so, it's a bit of a joke I have there. Yeah. So no, I'm not really sponsored, but I thought that was kind of fun. Um, yeah, well, let's stick to the topic here, and let's not make blunt statements about things you don't know anything about. Thank you, Jonna. So let me get to the point. Let me get to the point. Hopefully, I have already gotten to the point, and I have had my little rant. Now I'm going to have a look here at the chat. Um, let's see. There was a super chat here, I think. I tried to reply to those. Dank Matter, thanks a lot for the donation. You're saying that you couldn't agree more. These influencers know precisely what they're doing, targeting the young, vulnerable and impressionable, despicable. Yes, yes. And Roberto says that's why I don't go to the movies anymore, disgusting people. Yeah, um, very often. Absolutely. Yeah. And Printing Services Inc. says they purposely put these messages in display like it's something to emulate. There's nothing to feel sorry about. Exactly. And here's what I think. Here's what I think. When these people feel that they don't get enough attention, they will do things like this on purpose. Because they can always go to their little friends in mainstream media, do an interview, and cry a little bit on in front of the screen, and they get more views. It's all about views for them. That's all they care about. They care about money, and that's all. Um, so yeah, well, it's well, to be fair, we don't know what was in the little plastic bag, but it's like the text also kind of implies that they were going to get they were going to use that in the bag. And here's a bit of fun information for you. The little friend they're holding, the little plastic bag, is the girlfriend of the son of the Norwegian princess. Now, is it called princess? The woman married to the guy who will be king in Norway. I do not support monarchy. And the princess, no, she will be queen then, I guess. When he is king, she will be queen. There's an infamous video floating around the internet. Well, maybe they've managed to remove it. She's doing drugs. That's what she's doing, and it's like um, if you count the people who in that circle of friends around the Norwegian royalty, and those people who have been or probably is into that kind of lifestyle, it's like more than half. So here's what I think. I think they're just indulging in that age-old hobby for royals getting intoxicated, um, doing unspeakable things with people, and so on and so on. That's what I think. You know, yeah, I don't like them. So let's see here. Um, yeah, yeah. In the UK, you have the same. I mean, and also this woman who will be queen in Norway because she's married to the son of the king. She was spending a bit of time with, can you guess who? Epstein. Yeah. It will be interesting to see if this live stream stays up when I said that name. She was a friend of his. Also, after his crimes were known, she spent time with him in his apartment in New York, I think it was. Yeah. So it's like it's like this evil network they have their tentacles everywhere. Yeah, it's gross, it's disgusting, and there's a reason why I use this word. So disgusting. Yeah. Um, okay. Not surprising, says Richie. And it's like I know well that I will probably meet this influencer because I am as a novelist here in Norway, there are occasions when I meet other people who are quite well known in the public eye. I don't care. And it's like I've gotten to the point now where I don't I don't mind telling these people to their face what I think about them. I don't care anymore. And I'm not going to be nice to these people. When I see them, I'm not going to be nice because I think they are, well, first of all, they're criminals. And secondly, what they're doing is not should not be forgiven. Now, you know this, I'm not a Christian. Forgiveness, for me as a Norse heathen, is not a concept at all. It's not something I do. It's not something I feel I need to do. And by the way, no, it's not a problem. I sleep like a baby. Yeah. So, that's how it is. That's just how it is. And I don't like these people. I don't like them. Catherine says, getting older is a habit of saying exactly what you think. Yeah. Michael is asking who disgusts him. Well, scroll back a little bit. So, okay. Yeah, well, I think, well, when it comes to the British royalty, you have this prince, the Prince of Woke, the Prince of Woke. Prince, is he? That's Harry, isn't it? It's the only name I can think of right now, so it must be him, Prince Harry, and his is it Meghan? He married someone called Meghan, who's an American woman, who started complaining about racism. I couldn't understand why. I looked at the pictures and so on, and then it appeared that she's half black. I couldn't tell by the pictures, but that's beside the point. Meghan Markle. Okay. Harry Potter. Okay. Harry Potter. No, that's Meghan and Harry. Okay. Yeah. So racism, apparently. I couldn't tell that she was not just another American with no. I don't care. I mean, but anyway. So I saw this Harry character. He told about how he was doing drugs with his friends at a hunting lodge. Can you imagine? It disgusts me on so many levels. First, the doing drugs thing, and then can you imagine these privileged little a-holes sitting there at a hunting lodge on private land in probably Scotland, where you can't go in wild camp because they need to have that area for themselves, right? So they're sitting there doing drugs, and then he's interviewed, right, by I don't know who, but they were interviewing him, and he said this that he said that I haven't done anything wrong. That's what he said. And media was to blame and so on. And I remember that I haven't seen any entire interview. I've only seen that one part where yeah, I said he hadn't done anything wrong. Uh yes, you have. But it's just another example of how these people, they don't see themselves. And that's ironic because they probably spend a lot of time in front of the mirror. But no, they can't. It's they are so narcissists, such narcissists that they can't see who they really are, and they blame everyone else for their shortcomings in life. And they live a life that is out of reach for 99.99999% of the world's population. They haven't worked. A lot of the time, these people, now we're talking about the royals, they haven't worked for their wealth, um, which also is disgusting. So, but anyway, okay. Yeah, parasites. Yeah, they are. They used to be criminals. Um, they stole a lot of stuff from people in other countries, from other nations, from uh, the English people, from the Welsh people, the Scottish people, and so on. Now they're just sitting there like parasites. Um, okay. So they got no dignity, Marty. Marty Farty. Yeah. No, they that's true. Now, I will say this, if you work hard, you are intelligent, you do what you can, and you build up a fortune, like you're successful. I respect that. Absolutely. And very often it will motivate me. And you could say that some of these influencers, some will say that these influencers started with nothing and now they're worth millions. Well, actually, the one we're talking about here is not worth millions. It's not at that level. Um, but and yeah, I know actually, but yeah, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. And I don't want to get into the backstory there, but very often things are not as they seem. Very often, things, people, these influencers, especially seems like the girls who get famous. Um, if you look at the money, yeah, I should not say more, but there are people in the background pulling the strings. Let's just say that. So, um, okay. I'm getting frustrated by the setup here on my screen actually, and I'll end the live stream with that. Feel free to go crazy in the comment section. Some people always do. That's fine. So that's all for now. Have a wonderful day.